This is a chapter from Equator. It's called Pinsky and Henry. Pinsky walked out the door, no doubt strolling in satisfaction from his dreams of turning a snorkeling raccoon into a snivelling raccoon. Raccoon pleading for mercy. Pinsky sat next to dear old Ellie, his own dear old Ellie, and he stretched his mouth back with afternoon satisfaction, stretched it far behind his eyes, and then blinked and then smiled, and he sat smiling out into the haylight of the hot afternoon, with the pinkness of his tongue bringing round a couple of flies, and Pinsky did not want the presence of flies. They wrecked his life here. If they were elsewhere, he was sure he would have a better life here. Every dream he had was of being dropped into hell by a party of 5,000 flies, lifting him by his pink tongue and lowering him into a horrible pit of something. He never got to see what the something was in the dreams, but the flies buzzed him into it anyway, and the pit always seemed to devour his legs, or his happiness, he could never be certain which. Put it this way, Pinsky had a friend next door, a little kind of a dog, not even a small dog, a very tiny, nice friend. He looked like a housefly, this dog, Pinsky felt, and Pinsky liked him. But Pinsky was too whacked out and too hot to try the housefly for fun round the pace of today. Housefly doggy, little thing, legs like small sticks, eyes bound outward, bung-ho like a fly. Pinsky never got into pity. Pinsky liked him so much that he felt the housefly wings might have been real or true. A fly that looks like a dog, a furry mammal fly dude. Pinsky liked him. His name was Henry. Pinsky liked Henry because he just liked him, but Pinsky is a great protection liar, and so he liked Henry really because Ellie did. Ellie liked the housefly doglet very dearly. Pinsky didn't care anyway. Pinsky was a chomper. He always dreamed of eating a raccoon, heroically throwing the raccoon in the air like a sock, or his dreams of eating a shark, but he never recalled dreaming of eating a housefly. Henry was the sweetest dog you ever met, full of life and fun, thin paws out barking for joy, jumping the jaw this way and that way, barking with no actual bark often attributable to a dog, just a sharp chirping, yick, yick. If Henry any time was concerned or rampant, he finished up making noises that were beyond chirping. Yickry, yickry, yicks, yicks, yickry. Henry and Pinsky were friends, but it was Pinsky, not Henry, who did the work of barking at the sharks. To help out, Henry barked at shells. The shells were often located above the waterline, while Pinsky was in the shallows seeing off the sharks, but Henry barked at the shells as if they were killers and would kill anything. So Henry waited until Pinsky started out in the shallows, keeping his big fly eyes on the moment out there in the surf. Then Henry would fly round the sand, his little bony head jabbing around the place, looking for shells, and when Pinsky began to bark, Henry would immediately pounce so fast he looked like a dart, and the bigger shells were never much smaller than Henry, so that he felt equally matched. He felt he could conquer this beast if he just gave it what he stood for. He'd air-jab the living daylights out of the shell, back and forth on its small legs, with magnificent almost bites. Yickry, yicksrrr, yickry, yickry. Pinsky in the surf, barking at a big shark. Henry killing an empty shell. They were friends. They were good friends. Henry and Co. It is very probable that Henry thought of them as Henry and Co. They were day in, day out, just as busy as the fishermen who brought fear to the Gulf every night. Henry and Co. were busy every day looking after the kids at the hacienda. But more really than the kids, they were keeping an eye out for their queen, Ellie. Someone from the hacienda soon would make Ellie break badly. They would hurt Ellie, and Henry and Co. would not like it. Henry and Co. would take it badly.